TFNN Breakout Investing with your host, Ken Shreve.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Ken Shreve with you. Welcome to another edition of Breakout Investing on TFNN. Always my pleasure to be with you. My show airs every Tuesday and Thursday on the TFNN radio network from 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern, so be sure to check it out. The number to use to talk to me is 877-927-6648. 877-927-6648. If you can't listen to the show live, it is always available as a podcast on iTunes, so you can download it there. And, of course, another way to listen to all TFNN programming is with your smartphone. Just type in tfnn.mobi. That's it. No www, no nothing, just tfnn.mobi, and you can listen to the stream on your smartphone that way. A lot of promotions going on, folks, at TFNN right now. Don't forget to give the gift of silver this holiday season. TFNN and Great Panther Silver want to give you the gift of silver, so we're giving away one silver coin each business day during the month of November and December. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com for more details, and don't forget about the Go Long America contest. You can also find details on the homepage, and your community could win a live seminar on money mastery with Steve Rhodes and Tom O'Brien from TFNN. So that's the Go Long America contest. You can find more details about that right on the homepage. Today is Tuesday. That means the latest update to my Ultimate Growth Stocks newsletter was published earlier today at TFNN, and if you want to get a free trial to Ultimate Growth Stocks, again, just go right to the homepage. You'll see me there right on the homepage. You can also click on the newsletters tab and then click on investment newsletters after that to get more information about Ultimate Growth Stocks. Market is acting pretty well here. I've got a lot of stuff that's really been working nicely in recent weeks. So if you want to see which stocks I own in my model portfolio, you can get a trial to Ultimate Growth Stocks. So be sure to check that out. All right, let's take a look and see what we have going on in the markets today. I'll tell you what, the market had every reason to sell off at the open. I was up as I normally am on the West Coast here about 4:30 in the morning, 7:30 Eastern, and saw the pre-market futures, and it looked like another volatile session was in store. Again, the headlines were the Italian bond yields going over 7% again, blah blah blah. But it looked like a pretty rough session taking shape. But we are firmly positive here. That's the good news. The Dow is up about 75 points. 0.6% to 12,154. S&P 500 up 11 points, 0.9% to 1262, and the Nasdaq outperforming. Finally, seeing a little bit of life in the tech sector today. Nasdaq up 35 points, 1.3% to 2691. Volume so far today tracking nicely higher than Monday's level. Unfortunately, volume was absolutely abysmal on Monday. We only had 650 million shares trade on the New York Stock Exchange. On the NASDAQ yesterday, we had 1.4 billion shares. So volume very, very light yesterday, well below average. Even though volume today is tracking nicely higher on both exchanges, we're still, at this point, if nothing changes dramatically, we're looking at, maybe 1.7, 1.8 billion shares on the NASDAQ, and very light volume on the New York Stock Exchange as well. But the fact that we overcame early losses and indexes are firmly in positive territory, that's a good thing. Don't forget, folks, I look at a lot of charts on my radio show, and if you want to look at those charts right along with me, you can do it right at TFNN.com. Tiger TV specifically, right on the homepage. Channel 1 on Tiger TV is where you can look at the charts that I'm going over on my show. And if you, again, can't listen to the show live, just tune in to Channel 13 on Tiger TV, and the show is archived there. So taking a look at a chart of the NASDAQ composite, really looking at a couple of swing points here for the NASDAQ. NASDAQ is up near its session high as I speak, but you've got a swing point right here set last week. That's going to be the 27.30 price level, and then its prior high before that, 27.53. So certainly can't rule out a breakout for the NASDAQ here, and for all the major averages as well. I doubt very highly that we're going to see a big volume push. If we do see an eventual breakout for the major averages, we're just in that time of year as Thanksgiving gets closer. I wouldn't be surprised to see more low volume gains for the market, and unfortunately, you can't rule out the possibility of some declines as well. You just never know what headline is going to come out of Europe next. But the bottom line is that there are a lot of stocks acting right out there. That's the bottom line. There are a lot of stocks acting right, and as individual investors, we need to pay attention to that. We may be going up in low volume. There may be some breakouts in low volume, but these stocks are working, and even though some technical rules might be broken here with these low volume breakouts, there aren't any sellers around, and that's making it pretty easy for buyers, at least today and in recent days, really, to make headway. So that's a look at the the NASDAQ. Let's take a look at the S&P 500. You'll see a similar setup here. Mentioned the S&P 500 is up about 0.9% today to 1244. The swing points with your S&P 500, 1277, right in this area here. That's really the first breakout point, and then its recent high of 1292 right here. So staying optimistic about breakouts for both indices. We'll see where the market takes us over the next coming weeks, and things are looking pretty good. Let's take a look at the QQQ. Talked about the QQQ before. That's the PowerShares QQQ Trust, which basically mirrors the performance of the NASDAQ 100 on a daily basis. The QQQ today is up 1.4%, a little better than the NASDAQ, to 58.29, and still waiting for a breakout in the QQQ over 59.20, and that is going to be breakout for the QQQ. 59.20 is going to be the high set back in this area here. So market technicals, really can't see a whole lot wrong here. I mean, again, lack of volume behind down days, lack of volume behind up days typically isn't a good thing, but things are working for now, and again, we'll see where that takes us. So hopefully the QQQ will get going. I mentioned the fact there is a lot of dead weight in the NASDAQ 100 that's been holding this index back at least a little bit. Remember a former high flyer like Wynn Resorts, ticker WYNN. Pull up a chart of Wynn Resorts and Tiger TV, and see this stock has really turned into a laggard, technically very damaged here. Stock is up close to 3% today to 128.61, but this is not the type of chart that I would typically target for my Ultimate Growth Stocks newsletter. Remember, I use a combination of fundamental and technical analysis. When you'll look at earnings growth in recent quarters has been spectacular. Big top line growth, big bottom line growth. Company continues to do tremendous business in Macau off of mainland China. Story with Wynn and Las Vegas Sands, for that matter, isn't so much about Vegas anymore as it is about Macau in China. But Wynn, a very damaged stock in the NASDAQ 100. While we're looking at Wynn, let's take a look at Las Vegas Sands here. Stock is really a much different looking chart here than Wynn Resorts. Las Vegas Sands much healthier, showing relative price strength. Really going to be watching this name for a breakout over that 49.25 area right here. Stock's lagging a little bit today, only up 8 cents to 47.98, but LVS clearly has the upper hand over Wynn Resorts at this point in terms of technical health. So that's it for Wynn Resorts. And also in the NASDAQ 100 today, let's take a look at Apple. Stock is bouncing back nicely after some technical weakness. You see the stock recently broke below its 50-day moving average, really not acting well at all. Who knows, it may be concerns about slowing growth going forward, but shares of Apple up 2.5% today to 388.89. Apple, even though it's up 2.5% today, outperforming the market. It really hasn't done much to help its technical picture. That's the bottom line. Apple is still struggling here. When a stock breaks below its 50-day moving average, and the longer it spends below that support level, the more likely it is that lower prices will lie ahead. Now, if the market keeps chugging higher here, Apple could participate, but technically it looks weak to me. It really is a story of a lot of institutional selling in Apple and not much in the way of institutional buying. Simple as that. A lot of big money getting out of this stock in recent weeks, in recent months, and not much in the way of buying interest at all. So stock is up 2.5% today. Really doesn't look like much in the way of volume, and it is still trading below its 50-day moving average. Why is the market rally working like it is? Well, we just haven't had that much institutional selling in the market. Remember, the stocks bottomed in early October, and we had a couple of instances of follow-through in the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. We had some big percentage gains in higher volume. That's really when I started putting money to work in the model portfolio in the early middle part of October, and during the uptrend, there really hasn't been much in the way of institutional selling. In the S&P 500, since October 31st, there have been only 3 instances where the index declined and volume rose from the prior session. So 3 since October 31st is worth paying attention to. It does tell me that there's been a little selling in the market, but it's certainly not enough to kill this market uptrend. So it's worth noting if we had opened lower today and stayed lower, and we had another heavier volume decline today, that would have given the S&P 500 4 heavier volume declines since October 31st. That would have been more reason to start putting the brakes on in terms of initiating new positions. But again, we are firmly positive here, and not overly concerned right now about subtle signs of institutional selling that I've seen in the market. For the NASDAQ, there have only been 2 higher volume declines since October 31st. So you have 3 for the S&P 500 and 2 for the NASDAQ since October 31st. Just not enough to cause major problems for the rally. Perhaps most importantly, as I mentioned at the top of the show, there are a lot of stocks just acting right up there. And mentioned some of these NASDAQ 100 names. Even a name like Intuitive Surgical, which had a big gap up in mid-October after the company reported strong earnings. It is working its way higher. Lack of volume behind up days. Yeah, definitely a concern here. But it is a stock. There just aren't any sellers around holding firmly above its 20-day moving average. Name like Under Armour as well, a leader that is continuing to act very well. So shares of Under Armour here, you can see up 54 cents today, I should say, to $83.49. Nice breakout over $80.80. Stick with us, folks. We'll be right back.
Homeowners, did you know a burglar could break into your home and get away in just 5 minutes? A locked door may not be enough to keep a thief out of your home. Think about what you can lose, and then think about this. Now you can get a free security system monitored by ADT, the leader in home security. Pick up your phone now and get free hardware, free medical and fire alert, and free activation. It's an $850 value. Just call Protect Your Home, your authorized ADT dealer, at 1-800-949-8207. You'll get 24-hour protection, and there's no cost for parts or activation. So call now about a free security system monitored by ADT. Call 1-800-949-8207. $99 installation charge. 36-month monitoring agreement at $35.99 a month. Call for terms and conditions to this offer and protect your home license numbers. Call now. 1-800-949-8207. That's 1-800-949-8207.
Direction Shares Leverage ETFs fuse the benefits of exchange-traded funds with the innovation you expect from Direction, providing investors with opportunities to magnify their short-term perspective, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. Direction Shares, ETFs to the power of X. To learn more about Direction Shares, click on the Direction banner on the front page of TFNN.com or call 866-476-7523. There is no guarantee that the funds will achieve their objective. The ETFs are not suitable for all investors and should be utilized only by sophisticated investors who understand short-term trading, leverage risk, consequences of seeking daily leverage investment results, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. An investor should consider the investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses of Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus contains this and other information and can be obtained at directionshares.com. Please read the prospectus carefully before investing. Distributed by Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, author of Mastering Probabilities, a daily investment and trading newsletter, and teacher of The Money Game. Studies show that 3 out of 5 people are afraid for their life in trading these markets, and the number one reason given is fear of loss. Look, fear stands for false evidence appearing real, and the money game proves it. Lesson number 1, don't risk more than 1% of your trading capital on any trade. Why, you ask? Because 35 trades in a row where you risk 50 cents and make $1 are all you need to double your trading capital, versus the 230 losing trades in a row you would need to bring your balance to $100. Let me teach you more about the money game risk-free for 30 days. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and click on my name, Steve Rhodes, for your 30-day risk-free trial. You were born to be a money master, and I'll teach you how.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio, therefore we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to the front of TFNN.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today.
This segment is brought to you by Goldfields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back to Breakout Investing, everyone. Ken Shreve with you. Again, the number to use to get through is 877-927-6648. Let's go to Dominic in Fort Worth, Texas. Dominic, how are you today?
Hey, good afternoon, Ken. I wanted to ask you, what were your thoughts on FIO and Stamps.com, STMP?
Boy, Fusion IO is turning in a really strong performance today. The stock is up close to 13% to $39.40. Dominic, Fusion IO is under a tremendous amount of accumulation, and I like to see that in a stock. I mean, the volume behind updates here has been incredible. For those of you that don't know Fusion IO, it came public in June at $19 a share. Shares are recently trading around $39.40. So I like it here. I mean, this is a stock that is volatile. It is a high multiple stock, but at least that there's earnings and sales growth behind the high multiple. So I'm a fan of Fusion IO. I think the technology is disruptive. I think it's potentially a game changer in the storage industry. Basically, Dominic, I'm sure you know Fusion IO. They develop basically flash-based storage memory solutions that basically improve processing capabilities in a data center, and they save companies a lot in hardware cost. So I am a fan of Fusion.io. What I like about Stamps.com is, again, this is another stock that has that new going on. It's got a new service that people just don't offer. They're kind of in this area by themselves, basically do-it-yourself postage at home, and during a time where the post office is having so many financial problems. I think Stamps.com business has been improving. It's another strong stock. It's probably a little, both stocks are I guess, quote-unquote speculative. Stamps.com is probably a bit more so because its market cap is only about $450 million. But I like Stamps.com as well. I like the earnings and sales growth in recent quarters, and technically it's still holding above its 50-day moving average, holding above its 20-day moving average. So I think both companies bring a lot to the table.
Thanks, Ken. You have a good day.
Okay, thanks. Appreciate it, Dominic. All right, yeah, two interesting companies there, Fusion.io and Stamps.com. Hard to say anything bad about either company. Technically, they both look good. They're outperforming, and they've got fundamental story that is fueling price performance. That's the bottom line. All right, didn't get a chance to go over oil. Oil up $1.23 today, 1.3% to $99.37 a barrel. Let's go ahead and take a look at USO, which is the U.S. oil fund, a popular ETF. Shares are recently trading around, let's see, $38.47, up 1.6% on the day, and you can see it's been in rally mode since the market lows of early October. So oil prices on the rise, and oil, knocking up right against that $100 a barrel level. I think at $99.37, that's the highest close for oil since July. Thereabouts. But the USO that we're looking at now basically tracks the spot price of West Texas Intermediate light sweet crude. Moving on, taking a look at gold. Gold for December delivery gained $3.80 or 0.2% to settle at $17.8220 an ounce. And we'll take a look at the Spider Gold Trust here, the GLD. That is up 32 cents today to $173.52. Technically, still looking pretty strong here. In fact, the GLD looks to be shaping a little handle area here in a cup with handle base. Looking at a swing point right in this area here of just over $175 a share. So do you get a breakout in the GLD? Its chart is telling me that is a distinct possibility. So GLD looking pretty good technically. Before we went to break, I talked about some of the market leaders that have come out. So many stocks out there acting right. Intuitive Surgical in the NASDAQ 100. Under Armour, a nice performer. Also like the look of Nuance Communications a lot. This one really just has the look of a leader. It's really the premier play in voice recognition software. It is the brains and the guts behind Siri on the new iPhone 4S, but shares of Nuance looking very, very strong here after recent price strength. Firming up nicely at its 20-day moving average. The stock is up 20 cents today, 0.8% to $25.99. Wouldn't be surprised to see Nuance break out anew here over $26.97. That would be its high over in this area here. Big week of retail, folks. We had retail sales data earlier today, a bunch of retail reports. We'll go over that when we come back. You're listening to Breakout Investing on TFNN. We'll be right back.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today. Click Investments Newsletters and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks. Give the gift of silver. This holiday season, TFNN and Great Panther Silver want to give you the gift of silver. From now until December 30th, TFNN will hold a drawing once a day, 5 days a week, business days only, and one lucky entrant will receive one of these beautiful coins that we will mail to whomever you desire. Winning one of these extraordinary coins could not be easier. There's no contest and no gimmicks, just a simple drawing, allowing you to give the gift of silver this holiday season. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Did you know that the price of gold is up over 24% this year, while the GDX, the Market Vectors Gold Miners ETF, is actually down 1.4% this year? Not all gold stocks are created equal, and not all gold stocks move with the price of gold. In October, Tom O'Brien recommended a buy of FCX in his gold report, and only 6 trading days later advised his clients to close the position, profiting almost 22% in this one trade. During the same 6 trading days, the price of gold was barely up 5%. Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, gives investors the inside edge they need to profit in this gold market. Each Monday morning, Tom issues a gold market update at around 9:30 a.m., then issues a full report each Tuesday afternoon. For as low as $75 per month, you can gain access to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. To order your gold report with a free 30-day trial subscription, log on to TFNN.com today or call 877-518-9190.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower your volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angelo O'Brien, financial advisor and certified financial planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Rand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
This segment is brought to you by Direction Shares. To learn more about tactical tools for the sophisticated active investor, hit the Direction Shares banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to Breakout Investing on TFNN. Before I went on air, I was in the Tiger's Den and saw some people talking about Kodiak Oil and Gas, a oil and gas producer that has significant operations in the oil-rich Williston Basin of North Dakota and Montana. It also has a presence in the Green River Basin of Wyoming and Colorado, basically in the Rocky Mountains there. But Kodiak is a tough stock to chase up where it is now. It's a common pitfall when you're buying growth stocks to chase them and buy them too late. I do think that Kodiak is a bit extended here, but we'll take a look at Kodiak in Tiger TV here. Stock is up 3.5% today to $7.95. It hit an intraday low of $7.21. So this is one that, if you could get it on a pullback right around that $7 level, that would be pretty good. But I'd be wary of of chasing it here. Kodiak is an interesting company. I mean, the growth prospects are unbelievable here. It's a fairly small company with a market cap of $1.7 billion. It is very liquid. Average daily volume of about 6 million shares, something like that. They recently reported a 263% rise in sales to $29.5 million for the quarter. They earned 6 cents a share. That was up 500% from a penny earned in the year ago quarter. So the oil and gas producers, the energy sector is a big sector. You've got your services, you've got your drillers, you've got your integrateds. The oil and gas producers are where typically you're finding the biggest bottom line and top line growth, and since it's earnings and sales growth that fuels price performance, that is a specific subgroup in the sector that I am looking long and hard at, the oil and gas producers. So a lot of very interesting names in that space, and Kodiak Oil and Gas certainly is one of them. Economic data earlier today, and a bunch of retail earnings reports this week. We had more today, but in terms of economic data, retail sales for the month of October increased 0.5%. Pretty good reading. That follows a very nice 1.1% gain in retail sales for September. So retailers still doing pretty well here. We also had a reading on the latest reading on the producer price index. Wholesale prices fell 0.3%. That's the biggest drop in more than a year and a half. Also some manufacturing data. The Empire State Manufacturing Index turned positive for the first time in 6 months. So economic data was pretty good, and we'll have CPI data due tomorrow, so we'll see what the latest reading on consumer prices looks like. In terms of earnings, we're pretty much at the tail end of third quarter earnings season. About 91% of S&P 500 companies have reported up to this point. Right now, Q3 earnings are looking like they're going to be up about 17.7% from a year ago. Not too shabby. For the fourth quarter, though, Thomson Reuters expects S&P 500 earnings to increase 10.5% from a year ago. That's lower than an earlier estimate of 15% year-over-year growth. So earnings season in the third quarter has been pretty darn good. I think once again it exceeded expectations. S&P 500 firms profit at S&P 500 firms in the fourth quarter is expected to rise 10.5%. Again, that's a little bit lower than an earlier estimate of 15%. I think a lot of that has to do with Europe. Before we take a look at some of these retail earnings reports, let's take a look at a popular ETF that tracks a basket of retail stocks, the SPDR S&P Retail Index. Good base taking shape here. Just seeing a lot of constructive technical setups in this market. The XRT today is up 0.75% to 53.54. Looking at a buy point here of 54.92. That would be its intraday high right here. So can't rule a breakout for XRT either. Stick with us, folks. We will be right back.
As Tom says, go long America. Now you can join TFNN and Barnes & Noble to keep money in your community. Purchase Tom's best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, your ultimate trading mastery system, before December 31st from your local Barnes & Noble store. And you will be given access to not just one, but 2 exceptional archived courses. Tiger Scaling, The Tiger Butterfly, and Gartley. The Art of Timing the Trade is more than just a book. It's an educational journey that will help you understand the Wall Street greed cycle and learn how to recognize profit from genuine price moves. So, for the cost of just under $30, you will receive in excess of $300 in trading education from Tom O'Brien, TFNN, and Barnes & Noble. And you will be helping to support an important local business, your local bookstore. If you do not have a Barnes & Noble in your community, then go to your local bookstore. We'll be sure to work with them to keep your purchase local. So let's support our local businesses. Keep money in your community and get a great education. But be sure to act now, because you have until December 31st to take advantage of this opportunity. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Studies show that 10,000 hours is what it takes to achieve outstanding results, unless you use the power of leverage. The power of leverage, folks, is key to attaining outstanding success in your trading and investing. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of the Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, and author of Mastering Probability, a daily trading and investment newsletter. Let me take your trading to a new level, a whole new level. Let me teach you the secrets that the real Money Masters use each and every day to produce consistent financial results. On top of that, I'll transform your life in ways you never thought imaginable. You'll overcome hurdles like an Olympian. Here's the beauty. I'm so certain that I'll transform your life. I'm giving you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Time, folks, something you'll never get back. The time is now to take action. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and order Mastering Probability. It'll change your life forever. At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650, but you get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
I'm very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, Did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
Yeah, I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we weighted that was less than you guys said, so, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
This segment is brought to you by BackTech Environmental. For more information, just click the BackTech banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks, to Breakout Investing on TFNN. Just heard from a listener, Chuck, via email that wanted me to take a look at Chart Industries and another stock, Polaris Industries, as well. Let's take a look at Chart Industries to start off here. Chart Industries shares having a good day today, up 4.4% to $61.85. You had a nice breakout for Chart Industries over this $60 price level right here. And you also have good fundamentals. I mean, Chart Industries, they make equipment used in the production storage of hydrocarbon, industrial gases, these types of things. But good, good top-line growth in recent quarters. You're seeing the rate of sales growth accelerating, which is good to see. The main knock I have against Chart Industries is the volatility. I mean, this is a stock that I'm looking at a day here on... this was back on October 27th. I think it was the day they reported earnings. It hit an intraday high of $59.95 and an intraday low of $50.67 right here. So it is a stock that tends to trade wildly. Is it technically healthy? Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. You have a good breakout over 60. But if you look at the weekly chart, it kind of looks like a wide and loose structure. Wide and loose meaning erratic weekly price swings. I typically like to see trading much tighter on a weekly chart. So Chart Industries looks interesting here. I got to tell you, I do like Polaris Industries a lot better. Chuck also wanted me to take a look at Polaris Industries, which is ticker PII. This is a company, it's a pretty interesting business. They make all-terrain recreational vehicles, utility vehicles, snowmobiles, things like that. But I like the technical setup here much better. It's still somewhat volatile, but what you do have here is a possible breakout still taking shape over 65.86, which would be its high right here. You can see Polaris today is firming up nicely at its 20-day moving average. Stock is up 3.3% to 64.66. Very good fundamentals here as well, and a stock that is under nice accumulation. So out of the two, Polaris Industries and Chart Industries, I'd give the nod to PII here. Okay, taking a look at a couple of retail earnings reports today. Home Depot, shares of Home Depot down 9 cents to $38.16. The stock hit an intraday high of $38.74. A low of $37.85. The numbers were pretty good at Home Depot. Good beat on the bottom line and top line. Earnings up 18% from a year ago to 60 cents a share. Sales up 4% to $17.3 billion. Same-store sales in the quarter, pretty darn good. Rose 4.2%, including a 3.8% increase in the U.S. Home Depot also increased its dividend by 16% to 29 cents a share. So Home Depot, yeah, I mean, it's a good report. Stock is trading near its session low today, so sort of a lukewarm response by the market. But don't forget, Home Depot had been rallying hard ahead of these numbers. Take a look at Dick's Sporting Goods. This is a good mover today. Dick's Sporting Goods shares up 5% now, wow, to 41.62, up near its session high. Good breakout today. It actually broke out a couple of days ago, got pulled back yesterday with the market downdraft, but stock is having a good day today, up 5% to 41.62. Profit at Dick's 32 cents a share. That's up 45% from a year ago. Sales were up 9% to 1.18 billion. Same-store sales up 3.8% in the quarter. Golf Galaxy, it sells golf equipment at these stores. Same-store sales there were up 2.4%. So pretty good numbers there. A lot of new store locations for Dick's, and pretty solid same-store sales growth. That's what's fueled results in recent quarters at the sporting goods chain. The retailer also announced a regular quarterly dividend of 50 cents a share starting next year. And also in retail, let's take a look at Walmart. Walmart, another stock that has been rallying nicely ahead of the numbers. Stock is down 2.2% today to $57.59. Nice accumulation in shares of Walmart ahead of the results, but it's selling the news a little bit today, trying to hold its 20-day moving average. Earnings at Walmart up 8% from a year ago to 90 cents a share. Sales up 8% to $110.2 billion. Well, that's amazing. $110 billion in revenue in the quarter. Same-store sales at Walmart U.S. rose 1.3%. That's the first gain in 10 quarters. So that's good news for Walmart, and the company forecast Walmart U.S. sales to be flat to up 2% in the fourth quarter. So lot of retailers reporting, and we've got more on tap tomorrow. We'll get to those in the final segment. But let's take a look at some other movers here today. I want to take a look at Amazon. Mentioned earlier in the show the dead weight in the Nasdaq 100, and Amazon is another stock in the Nasdaq 100 that it can only be described right now as dead weight. I know there's a lot of optimism about the Kindle Fire, about that tablet computer's ability to compete with Apple's iPad tablet computer, but shares of Amazon down 88 cents today, 0.4% to 218.05. It is having some problems here, trading underneath support levels like the 20-day moving average, the 50-day moving average. So Amazon lagging the market today, and we also mentioned lagging stocks in the Nasdaq 100 like Apple and Wynn Resorts. Apple having a good day today. Let's check in on Apple again, see where it's trading. Stock is outperforming today, up 2.7% to 389.39. But as I mentioned earlier in the show, it is still trading below the 50-day moving average. So it's going to have to do a lot to kind of repair itself. It's a broken stock right now, technically hurt by institutional selling in recent weeks. The question is, will institutions come back in and support the stock? Right now, that's a big question mark to me. I want to take a look at Select Comfort, SCSS. Select Comfort, they make specialty mattresses. Boy, people love their beds. Really like the look of Select Comfort here. Stock is up 4.5% today to $21.57. We could see a breakout over 22 shortly. Good strong move here on strong earnings back in October, firming up at its 20-day moving average. Really like the look of Select Comfort here. All right, folks, you're listening to Breakout Investing on TFNN. We'll be right back.
Hi, folks. this is Tom O'Brien. If you want to get great trade setups in equity as well as the option market, come over to TFNN.com and test drive my daily newsletter, Market Insights, for 2 weeks absolutely free. Each trade setup comes with a profit projection as well as stock placement. Included in Market Insights is a Twitter alert service. This allows you to take advantage of intraday setups. Volatility is back in the markets. What does that mean to you? To me, it spells short-term opportunity each and every day. The days of trending up on lighter volume are gone. We have come off the highs with volume across the globe. Don't get caught in a complacency trap. Many of the indices have given back 2 months of trading in 1 week. We have a trader's market. You can take advantage of this trader's market by test driving my daily newsletter, Market Insights, free for 2 weeks. Market Insights will give you the edge you're looking for in the markets. Go to TFNN.com, under newsletter, hit the Market Insight tab for your 2-week free test drive right here, right now.
Give the gift of silver. This holiday season, TFNN and Great Panther Silver want to give you the gift of silver. From now until December 30th, TFNN will hold a drawing once a day, 5 days a week, business days only, and one lucky entrant will receive one of these beautiful coins that we will mail to whomever you desire. Winning one of these extraordinary coins could not be easier. There's no contest and no gimmicks, just a simple drawing, allowing you to give the gift of silver this holiday season. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Hi folks, Steve Rhodes here. Tom O'Brien and I need your help. Together, let's change the cash for gold industry once and for all. Now is the time to unleash the game changer, and that's you folks. We've all seen the power of viral marketing. It's overthrown dictators, and now it's time to rid the thieves in this cash for gold industry. Together, we can change this industry in a heartbeat. You know about our industry-leading payouts, our free tools, our video valuation, and the education that we provide to help folks value their jewelry. Tom and I are experts and the industry's most trusted team. Please join us now by spreading the word to your entire email list. We'll pay you 5% of the total payout, which on average would be $50 per transaction. 100 transactions is $5,000 in your pocket. We'd rather put our marketing dollars in your pocket and more money in your referrals pocket. Go to TigerMetalExchange.com and click on the Become a Partner button to join our team. Let's start a revolution, folks. We can't do it without you. TigerMetalExchange.com, the only click you need to make.
Put the power of the Chapman WAVE methodology to work for you. No matter what market you trade, what time frame you trade in, or your trading style, the Opening Call, Basil Chapman's daily market newsletter, is bursting with the information and trades you need to become a more successful trader.
I've been using Basil Chapman's Chapman WAVE methodology for several years now. His Chapman WAVE can be used for any time period for not only equities, but futures, currencies, commodities. I've been also a subscriber of his Opening Call, which I find an invaluable tool to help me analyze the potential of the market each day. He gives you opportunities to go short and long. It includes recommendations on stocks. I strongly recommend people using the Chapman WAVE, and I very, very strongly support the use of his Opening Call.
To find out more about Basil Chapman and his Chapman WAVE methodology, and to get your 2-week free trial of the Opening Call, a $64 value, visit TFNN.com today.
Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I'm watching almost a month now, and it's wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN.com. Catch Tom O'Brien, founder and CEO of TFNN, professional trader and educator. Also, a regular guest on CNBC, analyzing the commodity markets. Tom will bisect and dissect the markets. The Tom O'Brien Show, up next on TFNN.
Welcome back, everyone, to Breakout Investing on TFNN. Thanks very much for tuning in. Let's see where we're at here with about 5 minutes left to go in Tuesday's session here. We've got the Dow up about 55 points, call it 0.5% to 12,133. S&P 500 up close to 9 points, 0.7% to 1260, and the Nasdaq Composite outperforming up 32 points, 1.2% to 2688. So I mentioned earlier that volume is tracking higher today on the New York Stock Exchange and the NASDAQ, but the volume was very, 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 very light yesterday. So we're still only going to see about, give or take, 1.7, 1.8 billion shares on the NASDAQ today, still well below average. But hey, we'll take the gains, especially since it looked like a pretty poor day was taking shape early in the session. Taking a look at shares of LinkedIn here, the online professional network. Boy, there was a lot of optimism when LinkedIn came public in May. Remember, it had a hotly anticipated IPO. It came public at 45, hit a intraday high of $122 on its first day of trading. Stock really looks like a laggard here. It's down 4.7% today to 74.83. The news here is that the company intends to sell about 8 million shares as part of a secondary stock offering. Approximately 6.7 million of those shares will come from company insiders. So shares of LinkedIn under a lot of pressure, technically very weak here. Like the top line growth, you know, the revenue growth here is impressive, but the stock is just flat out a laggard, and I'm sure people are going to try to catch this one on sale. It might work, it might not, but I tend to target stocks showing relative price strength, not relative price weakness, like LinkedIn is doing. All right, coming up after the close, we've got earnings from Dell. Let's take a look. Dell isn't so much, man, it's still a PC maker. It's more of a IT firm at this point. Stock is having a pretty good day ahead of its earnings report after the close, up 2% to 15.63. We'll see what kind of news they have for investors when they report. The estimate is for a profit of 47 cents a share. That's up only 4% from a year ago. Sales up 2% to 15.65 billion. Chart doesn't look awful. It's just kind of consolidating here, building cause. We'll see what Dell has to say after the close. Also, we have coming up tomorrow, I should say, earnings from a bunch of retailers. Abercrombie & Fitch is going to be out with quarterly numbers, and boy, this stock really took a hit on November 3rd. You can see how shares gapped down. But this was about a 20% gap down when the company said that sales in Europe were disappointing, kind of slowing down. It wasn't that long ago when its CEO said that Europe was enjoying strong momentum. So the market didn't like news November 3rd from Abercrombie that about softness in European sales. So we'll see what Abercrombie has to say. Stock is lagging the market today, down 2.5% to 55.82. Also tomorrow, we're going to have earnings from Target, ticker TGT. Applied Materials will be out with numbers. That's ticker AMAT. NetApp, NTAP. Limited Brands, LTD. And PetSmart. So a lot of retail tomorrow, and then on Wednesday, the latest reading from the Consumer Price Index will be out. Consumer prices should be flat with the core rate up 0.1%. That's it for Breakout Investing today, folks. I'll be calling in to Tom's show tomorrow. Up next, the Tom O'Brien Show on TFNN from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern. Have a great afternoon, and I'll see you back here on Thursday for another edition of Breakout Investing.